Well, it appears that Christmas has come early for Mr. Mycroft. Because I did a little researching, and apparently Mr. Anonymous Radio here has decided that he was going to be a nice little fella and create his version of an Encyclopedia Dramatica article all about Fox Azor. Now, I have already read through this prior to me deciding to make a video. And just as I expected, it's fucking juicy. And I think you're all going to very much enjoy it. So let's get into this gem now, shall we? Nathan Relander is a former co-host of ours who had to be removed from the studio after a single podcast with us. This podcast was aired in 2015. Azor is a chronic alcoholic. Part 2 of this article, Fox's neighbor contacts us. Now, I have yet to read that article. When I get done with this video, I probably will. I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I got someplace to be before 9, so I've pretty much just given up on sleep for the night there. Don't worry, though. Uncle Alistair has his cup of coffee. I'm going to be wide awake and energized for this. But yeah, expect a part 2 maybe sometime later on today, because I really do want to read and go over that article. But anyway, continuing. How much of what you're about to read, though, may be disregarded as fantasy, was reported by the experiences of both the investigator and the investigated, and critics of friends involved who have submitted content to our station to be taken with a grain of salt. Azor, whose true name is Nathan Relander of Brewer, Maine, has been a fan of ours, an obsessed and jealous stalker since 2015, so about 8 years. During our stay in Bangor, the city to which Brewer is a suburb, Relander, age mid-30s, is a hebephile who prefers the company of 16 to 19-year-olds he finds non-threatening and naive enough not to condemn his facade. Suddenly, the relationships he was in with Dark Knight and Kate Mystery make a whole lot more sense. Anyway, the individual has constantly posted 2 or 3 hateful comments a day, minimum every day for 6 years, at least when this article was released, with the excuse that our replies on occasion justify his trolling. A form of gaslighting. Whereas a narcissist will drive an individual insane covertly and use those reactions against their victims, Relander has proudly admitted to a dark triad personality. He does not like the gays. Now, the following here is the information that they were able to find on Fox Azor via the white pages. But I really want to read to you guys this one right here, at least the top part. Nathan Lawrence Relander of Brewer. Petition of Nathan Lawrence Relander requesting his name be changed to Fox Lehman Baldock Anderson Maloney. I'm going to read it again. Petition of Nathan Lawrence Relander, Fox Azor, requesting his name be changed to Fox Lehman Baldock Anderson Maloney. Nathan has since 2017 had his name changed to Fox. His attempts at evasion have failed him, as the name change is a matter of public record. So Fox Azor literally changed his first name from Nathan to Fox there. Fucking wonderful. just oof. Okay. Well, we got some YouTube comments from Fox Azor and Company. Holden490 says, my comment got deleted. LMFAO. This guy probably stinks of Axe body spray and Slim Jims. Calls said person stalker and groomer and a troll, yet made video about said person equals clout and attention. Fox Azur replies to Alduin saying that Dustin is such a loser. Anonymous responds to Alduin saying, we have files on people who spent 5 years trolling us. Oh, absolutely. Self-defense, bruh. Alden replies to Anonymous saying, you talk about gaslighting, yet you are kind of doing it. Did you have to make a video? Couldn't you just have went on with life? Anonymous replies saying, let me guess. My new stalker? Non-bot 420 says he's a sheeple. Fox Azur, with his hot take and epic band says, and you're a Riri. Alduin, that replies saying, yep, we are definitely quote-unquote gang stalking you. Fox Azur says, oh goody, care to share it with the class? And I feel like I should just highlight that. The stuff that I just read, this is what's shown right here in the first part. So, yeah, no need to read that part. Anyway, here we go. Fox Azor says, what's the matter? Having a hard time fabricating your evidence to support your claim? One commenter admitting to actually gang stalking, more like gang trolling. We're here at Anonymous Welcome Trolls. For each inane engagement represents a bump on a post, further driving up the notoriety of the video in question. As a result, the top-rated video on YouTube regarding Azor, at least when this article came out, let's be real, is the one that I went over earlier. That one. Hence proving our point. Bullies will bully themselves into the pit. And as you can see here, the video I went over, when the screenshot was taken and uploaded to the article, got about 472 views. I think it's up to 700. I might have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's up to 700 now. There. Which, good for you, man. Good for you. You really are doing the Lord's work. Anyway, continuing. Here we go. Relander poses as an industrial musician whilst riding the financial and creative coattails of his peers. He produces videos on YouTube, as well as spiteful, obsessive commentary on our channel, while drinking himself to death as a Social Security income recipient. So in other words, if you're an American and you pay taxes to the American government, some of your money is going to Fox Azor to fund his drinking habit. Which is very interesting. Because the only reason why Gilded Poo even keeps Fox Azor around at this point is because Fox Azor is Gilded Poo's personal piggy bank. There, Fox Azor has become Vlad's pay piggy. Just so Gilded Poo can get himself some nice, expensive alcoholic beverages there. which kind of makes you wonder now. I mean, if Fox Azor is an SSI recipient, aside from being a dishwasher, does that mean that Gilded Pooh is paying himself via the taxes, via the money that Fox Azor gets from SSI to fund his own scotch collection there? I mean, kind of defeats the purpose, but then again, what would I know? Anyway. Video example, drunk call to our station. Now, there's a couple of links embedded within this article that link to various videos that Fox Azor and our boy have posted. We're not going to be getting into every single one of these videos, otherwise we'd be here for a while, but I'm going to be leaving a link to the article in the description below. You can read it at your own pace. Watch every video, look at every screenshot, laugh at every picture, do whatever you want. But anyway, continuing. Relander has a criminal history, and his antics may have altered constitutional law in Maine regarding gun rights for not housed patients, or so he erroneously claims. Yet his dockets say he lost his case. Wikipedia seems to have it wrong. United States of America versus Nathan Lawrence Relander. Plaintiff contends that emergency hospitalization for mental illness cannot qualify as quote-unquote committed to a mental institution for purposes of 18 U.S.C. 922G number 4. I'm not an expert on law, so you'll forgive me if I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. Maybe if I watched a couple of Nick Rekieta's streams, maybe then I might learn a thing or two. But sadly, I don't, because I'm a big dummy. Where formal involuntary commitment is later found unnecessary without violating the Fifth and Second Amendments. The court has recently considered and rejected similar arguments in United States versus Brian Murphy and United States versus, well, something else. There. But to sum it up, Fox Azor got tossed into the loony bin, and then Fox Azor apparently thought it'd be a great idea to get his hands on a gun, and as a result of that, they told him no, he can't purchase a firearm, and Fox Azor thought it'd be a great idea to throw a fucking temper tantrum and submit this to the court, and the court basically told him to fuck off and go away. So Fox Azor literally tried to fight the law, and he lost. He literally tried to fight the law, and the law won. On January 11th, 2010, Mr. Relander moved to dismiss the indictment under both Second and Fifth Amendment. Okay, that just explains that crazy people aren't allowed access to firearms there. I don't know why his case was just thrown out. I thought maybe, Fox Azor binge watching old episodes of Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, was, gonna work, but apparently not. So here we have a conclusion. The conclusion was the court told Fox Azor that he's a retard and he needs to go away. Beautiful. Just fucking beautiful. Nathan has a history of hiring multiple trolls to edit and remove pages that are not convenient to his image as found in the public domain, such as his missing Encyclopedia Dramatica article. It is entirely possible that he had his men edit the Wikipedia article to match his desired image. So, somewhere out there on ED, there's a fucking article on Fox's Zor. Brilliant! Oh, I wasn't kidding when I said Christmas came early for me this year. I really wasn't. Oh, no. Now this is one of my personal favorite screenshots. Okay, this is from Lauren Rummy. Here. Lauren Rummy. And he always has been. But he only associates with weak-minded people, like Kate Mystery. When I outed myself as an intelligent, strong-minded individual, not only was he offended, but he got confrontational. Well, surprise there. Oh, of course he did, says Lauren. How dare anyone think that they are better than him? He couldn't use me. Damn, I'm so glad you see that too. Friend me, lol. Lauren replies with, unfortunately, he used the shit out of my family. None of us have contact with him anymore. I still try to keep up with him just to know he's alive. I tried to help this kid, Chris. He's using him for his car and band equipment, but Chris is now homeless, but Fox still uses his car? LOL, fuck. So this is Lauren Rummy here. Lauren here is a full-time mommy, and she works as a stay-at-home mom, and she's living in Belfast, Maine. And she asks, hey, can I ask how you know Nathan? I know him from Waterville. Why? He's real sketchy and abusive. I was being a dick to him because of how he has acted in the past. Lauren then drops the bomb by saying, I was curious. Trust me, I know how he is. I'm his sister. I was curious. Trust me, I know how he is. I'm his sister. So we're literally reading a DM conversation between what I can only assume to be anonymous here and Foxazor's very own sister, who wants nothing to do with him but still likes to keep an eye just to make sure he ain't dead. Wow. Just wow. Like, I already knew Foxazor was a scumbag, but to go so far as to ensure that not even your own damn family wants anything to do with you is just like, bruh. Just bruh. Oof. Please don't mention that I messaged you. I don't want to deal with the bullshit either, lol. But I gotta say, damn, you hit the nail on the head with him. Damn, it's nice to know that everyone else sees it. So even his own fucking sister, who checks in on him every now and then to make sure he's not dead, even she agrees that Foxazor is a piece of shit. Just, bruh. Relander beat on his elderly father, who, including his sister, has stated that they have run far to avoid his mental illness, and his bandmates Chris Berry's girlfriend, Hannah Holbrook, that's the woman from earlier, will testify to his unstable and abusive state of mind, which resulted in him being removed from our very own studio at Anonymous Radio after only a single broadcast with us. Audio from the girl. Let's go in it. Let's go.
This is Hannah Holbrooks and her there was one time statement about Fox. Nathan Raylander.
Like, it's very obvious that there's something not quite right with him. I remember...
Oh, you don't say.
There was one time, like, me... This is, like, back when I was with Chris. Like, me, Sam, and Chris were all at, like, the open mic night thing. You might have been there, too. I can't remember. No, you weren't there that time, but, like, yeah. It got wild. Like, there was some guy that, like, Fox almost got into a fist fight with, and we had to bring him back. Like, it just seems like he has an issue with, like, a lot of people. And
oh, you don't say.
People that tend to have issues with the amount of people that he has, like, usually there's something within themselves that isn't, like, quite right or quite in place.
You don't say.
Beautiful. Anyway, just for kicks, below is a video of Fox purchasing a burger for one of his possibly homeless friends as payment for telling one of our broadcasters to fuck himself. We reached out to Dustin, who has never met the mystery burger receiver, who thus could not have spoken such remarks of his own fruition, after which said mystery reviewer blatantly asked, "Are we done? Since I've been starving." Damn, did Azur pull a hungry person out of his ass and buy him a burger just to get him to make hateful remarks on his own behalf? Definitely. Foxy Boy says, "Nobody believes a word you say, you fake loser." Listen to you here. Listen to yourself. You sound like a giddy fangirl. Just turn yourself in and get some help already, phony. Completely random and unprovoked commentary of first to the gate engagement by Azur, who then deletes his comments. Fox says, "Bully for you. How's your lame little propaganda fan page of me coming, cross eyes? Now why don't you stop pretending to be more than one person and address me by my legal name from now on, idiot?" No one's gonna call you Fox, Nathan. No one's ever gonna call you Fox, Nathan. Now we're gonna get on to the real questions. So who is Fox Azur? Our contacts will be running background checks on this felonious individual, which will be published here. We've reached out to some of his friends who are afraid to talk about him. Apparently one of the people in question is a person by the name of Crystal. Crystal says, "Yeah, I remember. Anything you could tell me would help us a lot. Did he attempt to harm you in some way?" I'm assuming this is anonymous. Crystal says, "He's an asshole, but never hurt me, and I'm not supposed to be talking about him." This girl in question, Crystal here, was born in 1999 and was not even 20 when meeting Fox Azur. lol says, okay, I'm just gonna say that this is anonymous. Okay. Man, he's ugly as fuck. Lol. Crystal replies with, video it. Hi, I'm Fox. I'm friends with this guy. Apparently he's friends with a guy who sits on a toilet who thought it was a great idea to take a picture of who thought it was a great idea to get his picture taken while sitting on a toilet and petting a cat in his grandmother's bathroom there. What a wonderful cast of characters Fox Azor likes to hang himself around with. Dude, that's awesome. I saved it, says Anonymous. He looks like he actually cleaned up his apartment. I remember when I was in his apartment, it was nothing but flies. I mean, the dude literally owned nothing except the mosquitoes. It made Sam sick to the point that he couldn't even get high in his apartment. Fox Place is fucking trash, dude. Logan's too. I've seen a lot of grotesque environments, so I'm able to tune out quite a bit. Everywhere you went, it was just I can only assume it's like shit, fuck ton wall of flies there. Lol, LMAO. And fucking fleas too, says Crystal, at Fox's. Sam's apartment had fleas too, at least I think it did. But yeah, that mysterious bite and you're just like, what the fuck? Lol. Crystal then says, no, like, you could see the floor had thousands of them. Thousands of fucking fleas on the floor at Fox Azor's apartment. Oh, I don't want to even think about it. Damn, lol. Crystal responds with, yeah, and a little laughing sticker there. I didn't think it could get worse, and then we have a link to a YouTube video. Crystal responds with thumbs up there. And then we got 2 more links to YouTube videos. One of our reporters during the industrial frost days visited Fox's apartment and it was absolutely atrocious. Yeah, absolutely. The burger reviewer contacted us recently with an attempt to disclose various evidences that might incriminate Fox. Out of fear, the reviewer backed off. Stockholm Syndrome? It is important to recognize the qualities of a dark triad personality, which possessed the late Jim Jones. The quality of a man who had the power to convince his followers to commit suicide en masse. We must ask ourselves, what is a dark triad? How does it relate to our society as a whole? Narcissistic behavior like gaslighting in the mainstream are now considered a common and accepted form of social construct. Most of these bullying behaviors are conducted over the internet and never go a step further. But there are many out there in some instances whose lives have been affected by it. It is worth noting notable trolls. Multiple calls and threats from restricted callers have piqued my interest in the case, including this one. That's a link to a recording there of one of the voicemails in question, as well as over a dozen restricted middle-of-the-night calls begging for negotiations and posting threats simultaneously. The number used by said caller in our video is likely a disposable one. Fox Azor says, so why don't you go sit and actually release the voicemails that I sent you? Better, why don't you actually debate me, IBS, like I challenged you in the beginning? Another hilarious first comment from Azure. Background report complete. Data may be requested at our offices, listed on our contact page. I was about ready to cut it off there, but we're almost at the end there. I've been going for a half an hour. I'm not tired or anything. I'm just ready for a fucking smoke, honestly. Anyway. There's an added bonus. Within the past few days of the 20th of September, a recruit from said Fox and Friends attempted to contact us in an effort to expose Comrade Azur. It is the pattern typical of Fox's friends. This person, out of confusion or fear, had changed his mind subtly. You may wonder who takes 3 extra months to pull off this back burner archive and finally release criminal background deets on trash like Fox. It is just that. I've been living on my own. Jesus. House, boyfriend, jobs, blah, 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 blah. After just recently, I've decided to finish up by the 5th, being bombarded and left with little choice but to respond to this. This article, since its inception, has received little less than 5 views a day from his troll farm. Fox mooches and controls his mind-wiped victims have reached out. One of which is a person by the name of Violet Mallory. The real multi-million-dollar fucking question being, why so many come forward yet pulled back? I guess they don't want to deal with fucking Fox's tantrums there. There's your answer. Alistair Mycroft has solved the case anyway. I'm just going to read this. Again, the article in question is going to be in the description below, so you can read it at your own leisure. Pretty good read, not going to lie. Pretty good read. I'll get to part 2 eventually, don't worry. I'll get to the one where they interview his neighbor. Anyway, this is Violet Mallory. Violet says, I don't like Fox. He's literally just a flap on my tail. I fucking can't get rid of him. For a few reasons. I fucking wish he would go away. He promotes my music, yeah, but he makes fun of me all the fucking time. Then we have 2 audio messages that weren't sent. Apparently, I don't know. Like, he really gets fucking pissed drunk and I'm getting sick of his bullshit. He hasn't changed fucking years. I hate him. He cost me my fucking apartment once. Fucker. And he's gonna make fun of me more. He bragged about rape once. He's a fucking whatever that cutout word is. I hate his guts. So according to Violet Mallory there, Fox Azur's autism managed this individual to not only lose their apartment, but apparently Fox Azur bragged about a rape once. Oof. That's something, ain't it? That's just something indeed. Let's read the comments. Fuck it. I broke away from Fox. I don't know if you heard. He fucked with me on an acid trip. I'm cool with you, dude. That guy has fucking issues. Anyway, unblock me on Facebook if you want to talk or email me. Anonymous replies, you blocked us. Nice try, though. As always, feel free to hit the lines. And there's the number there. Okay, well, seems like you were blocked. Lols. There's our girl, Cat Mystery. June 14th, 2022. Yeah, Fox Azur is nuts. I've talked to him a few times. He's a crazy alcoholic dude, but apparently that wasn't enough for you to get into a relationship with him. So, great job there, stupid. Hugh Jazz says Fox likes to think himself as a Sith Lord from Star Wars. He's more likely just a drunken idiot who hangs out at the Mos Eisley Cantina. He tells bullshit stories about fighting rebel scum in the Imperial Army, hoping someone will believe him and buy him a free drink. Holy fuck. That was something, wasn't it? Again, this is just part one. I don't even know what part two is going to give us, but holy shit, it's sounding like part two is going to be fucking gold. Now, again, link to this article is going to be in the description below so you can read it at your own pace. You could check out the other videos I didn't click on. But get ready for part two, because something tells me part two is just going to be a bit more insane. If you thought this shit was crazy now, something tells me part two is going to be even more wacky. So get ready for that. But until then, have a good one.